Hey guys, welcome back to Fake Collectibles. So, new camera angle for intros because I finally got the Hulkbuster diorama up and running now. We're going to do full videos on this pretty soon. I've got so much stuff coming in and my work schedule's crazy, I just don't have time to edit, right? We're going to do something a bit different today. It's a very unique video. I found this really, well, it's 2019, this is an old figure. This is Selene from Underworld. Look at how beautiful the box art is. And even when I first opened it up in the window and I looked at the portrait, I was like, oh, this is so good. But unfortunately, as I would find out later, this was a real journey. It was a disaster. The pleather, the outfit, everything has completely disintegrated. So I thought, why don't we make it a turnaround and do like a show and tell? Here's what happens, we hear about it all the time, but here's what happens when you actually see something completely disintegrated. And is there any salvage? I don't know. I haven't got that far with this figure. If anything, this is the fault of the manufacturer Star Ace. This is my first Star Ace figure and it was a disaster. First of all, the retailer that I bought it from, Knighthood Collectibles out of Singapore. Now, you guys know I always support my Singaporean kakis. This has nothing to do with them. They have been stellar at customer service, great job, nothing but good things to say about them. They took care of me, and I'll put a link to the description if you want to check them out. Really good shipping rates. So anyway, let's try and take a look at this together. This thing, super long time sold out, super long. And the fucktards on eBay want to charge ridiculous prices. And I got this from Knighthood Collectibles out of Singapore. I'm always happy to support a Singaporean company because I'm Singaporean. A lot of people love Selene from Underworld. I fucking love Selene from Underworld. The fact that I have this in hand, rooted hair. Yeah, freaking insane. I can't wait, yo. Holy shit, fuck yeah. Alright, first of all, let's take a look at this amazing box art. You've got a beautiful picture of Kate Beckinsale here with blue eyes, just gorgeous. And you've got, this is actually her teeth, her eyes, beautiful picture on the back. This is Star Ace. I've never bought anything from them before. The box, ooh. Look at this beautiful portrait on the box. Look at the picture. And right away, I haven't even taken this thing out and already, that's Selene right there. I'm not worried about it. That looks good. Ooh, I can't wait. Let's look at this. Let's open this. Alright, the coat is taped to the underside, but you have an extra coat that is the what's special about this 2.0 version, including the rooted hair. You've got your batteries, your instruction sheet. I can't wait. I'm gonna go straight into portrait and figure bears. Oh yeah. Okay. This is a 2019 figure. So because of that, now the portrait is not regular 2022 portrait quality. This is still older, 2019. And for its age, I think it's fine. I mean, when I look at it, I see Selene. So, I mean, I know some people don't like rooted hair. It works better on 1/3 J&D than it does on 1/6 figures. But this isn't bad. I'm very happy with this. Okay, boot is solid. Double band at the knee. I'm okay with it. Especially since, like, it's got for retail, so. Yeah, this is a bit pleathery, so I'm worried about it flaking over time. So their holsters are glued onto the leather. That was a dumb choice by Star Ace. And it's kind of flaked off. Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. This side too. Okay, I'm gonna. There's nothing that can be done. Starry should not have used glue. It should have been like strapped or something. So this is what happened with the coat. It is completely disintegrated. Like, I mean, at this point, the coat is a total loss. You cannot use it. You know, you really can't do anything with it, and it's not like you can repair it or anything either. You know, there's no way you can get this imprint. Oh yeah, but this is how bad the coat is. It's just the minute you move the figure, I didn't even notice. You know, you moved her arms and then I was like, what the hell? Like, why is it all flaking? And there you go. It's pretty much completely destroyed. The parts that have fallen off of the body because of the flaking. Now the figure itself. Just touching it, all these, like at first you got all these little schmutz just from handling it. And I thought, oh, well, it's fine. It is an older figure, I understand. But the problem is, at this point, you can't pose it. See? This is all just the pleather flaking. The pleather flaking. Like, this is where the pleather flaked off that's attached to the gun. So you're gonna glue it back. You gotta glue it back to this material, which I didn't have a problem with. I was fine with it moving forward, but the problem is all over. It's like sticky to the touch, so all over it's just flaking. See, even just posing it, it's just kind of destroyed. Okay, I did put the batteries on there and we did get lucky with this part. The batteries work. Okay, so that's great. It's one piece of good news, right? So, essentially guys, that's really it. This suit is just pretty much, you can't handle it without it being destroyed, see? All these, just when you touch it, it just creases. You know, look at all this. Got this Underworld base. I actually kind of like this small circular oval. Nice material. Underworld. It's got branding on there too. Standard crotch grabber, other set of holding hands. There's not much paint detail on it, it's flat. Actually, there's no paint detail, these look like toy hands, which is kind of annoying. I tell you, Star Ace, man, never again. You get a very nice sword, it's plastic. This overall Star Ace quality isn't that great. It's cheap. Her double guns, so I'm definitely gonna do a dual wielding pose. And got a little knife. You also get a grenade and one of her shuriken. Alright, this video has been a disaster so far. We're gonna try and get some good poses out of it. So let's get the posing. Decided to just kind of use this as a pose. And can pretend like her coat got tattered in battle or something. And it just looks so horrible. But likeness to Selene, I mean, you look at a figure and you're like, okay, it's a Selene figure, right? The actor likeness is just not really, you can tell it's her, it's not great, right? It's 2019, so technology, no, I mean, Hot Toys was doing pretty decent. You know what? Fuck that. I've seen better third-party sculpts than this shit. So Star Ace, I don't know how you got your license, but you don't deserve it.
I wanted to show you, remember this is we're going to make a positive out of this video and show what happens when a coat has completely disintegrated. And look at this. This is just from trying to pose a figure and handling the coat. You can't do anything except the museum pose because of the way the boot is a full boot. It's not split cut, so if you want her to do like a walking pose like I have, you have to use the stand. But here's the scary part. I didn't notice, just barely I mean, I have the crotch grabber barely touching now, but earlier if you do normal posing, I mean, this is what happens when pleather fakes over time. If you do normal posing, look at that, just even posing it, scratched, completely destroyed the suit. Like, this figure is completely a mess. The back of this is completely destroyed. It's just such a bummer, man. Such a bummer. Star Ace, you are horrible. I am never buying anything from you ever again. Quality of anything you make for a licensed company is unacceptable. Well, this sucks. The wrist peg actually broke inside the hand. I don't even know how to repair that. And they didn't give you spare wrist pegs. Great. This is... Alright, we're not really gonna get much of a review. Anyway, I think I can do one more thing, but I think we're gonna have to call it because this is a disaster. This is the end of this review. I've done quite a bit of work on this figure, but honestly, in person, it's hard to capture on camera, but in person, when I look at the figure, I do immediately see Kate Beckinsale. It's just not on camera. It's harder to see, and the likeness is not, it's not as good as the sculpts that Hot Toys does today, or even some third party like Susu does a really good job these days. So that's something to talk about. But it is Kate Beckinsale, it's just not a very good one. All that pleather's flaking, you can't do anything about it. I did go back in and I glued back the holsters, and these buckles that have fallen off, I've glued them back, which is here and here. I didn't bother swapping the wrist pegs for this broken gun. I just glued the hand to the peg, and I'm only gonna hold it in this pose, so I mean, I could go swap the wrist pegs, but I would have to Dremel out the hole in that wrist and put the new peg on. I just don't have time to do it right now. I don't really want to do it, but if I'm gonna have her in this pose anyway, it doesn't really matter now. The snowsuit coat looks really good, so that is the saving grace, but this figure is a total loss, guys. It's pretty much, you can't do anything with this figure. And I need to reiterate, this had nothing to do with Knighthood, right? Knighthood did a great job. They did great after sales care and service for me, and they helped me out. Star Ace, man, for a licensed company, you are shit. You need to do better. I'll never buy from them again. It's just not worth the risk. But I just wanted to show you guys this video of what happens when a figure is totally disintegrated. And there you go, Star Ace. This is all you. Alright guys, wanted to share my experience so that we can all learn from it. Yeah, never buy old pleather. That really sucks balls. If you've never seen it completely disintegrate, well, you have now. So anyway guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for checking it out. Toss a like, subscribe, tell me to go away, however you want to do it. See you guys in the next video. This is the final pose that I'm gonna have her in. Flare the coat out. She's walking forward. Dual guns. And the snowsuit on. As good as it's gonna get. Probably to salvage, I'm gonna have to find a replacement leather suit. Probably swap out the body with one of the Viking or TB legal ones, because the corsets you can still use. and then just glue the holsters onto the new suit. Yeah. Don't buy this. That's all I gotta say.